Ombre is one of the most beautiful designs. Classic will always be in style. I'm going to show you the easiest way to create a rather difficult design. Okay, so let's start prepping the nail. Now, I've been doing nails for over 35 years, and we used to do ombre. We didn't call it that back then. We called it natural. So I've been doing this a long time. One of my favorite designs. So I'm going to start by buffing up the surface of my natural nail. I'm going to use my medium file. Now, I wouldn't probably start doing this design. If you're new to hybrid gels or nails in general, I wouldn't start doing the ombre right away. I would learn maybe doing a nail with one color. This is a bit more of an advanced step. Okay, I'm going to get our little dusting brush, just wiping away the excess dust, and I'm going to put my bridge on. Now, bridge is a product that bridges the gap between a natural nail and the product you're putting on, or it can bridge the gap between a product and gel polish even. It works wonders for that. It can even bridge the gap between, let's say, acrylic and gel if you're transferring from one to the other. Okay, so I'm going to put my bridge on. Now, when I put bridge on, I put it on rather sparingly. In other words, I don't put a ton on the nail. I put it on, put it in the center of the nail, and I massage it in to the little crevices of the nail. And then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. Okay, let's get the form. So I'm just going to create a little bit of length, not a ton. We're not going to go super long or anything. Now that little dot here, I'm just going to give it a little pinch. I won't go into the form to depth like I have for some of the videos because we really want to focus on the ombre. Okay, so with the ombre, you sort of have to think ahead so you know what you want to do now for the outcome. An ombre is the free edge color is a different color than the cuticle area and the nail bed color. Usually the nail bed and the finger area is pink, and the free edge is generally a white or a whitish color. You can use any color. You can use black, green, red, doesn't really matter. But the free edge needs to go down first because you're bringing the pink over top of it, okay? So we are gonna put the free edge down first, which means in this case, I'm gonna use soft white color. Okay, so I'm gonna get my spatula. I'm gonna scoop out as much as I think I need for that free edge. And I do want it to go on to the nail as well, and I'll show you how far up I'll go. Then I'll explain why. I'm gonna place that on the free edge. And then I'm gonna get my brush ready and my little dapping dish with 70% alcohol. And I'm also gonna grab a blue lint pad, and I like to keep it right next to my dapping dish. And then I'm going to start shaping my white. Now the idea with the white is to keep it halfway on the nail, or at least, depending on how long your nail bed is, make sure you're grabbing on to the very edge of that finger nail. Go right to the sides, bring it right up into that stress area zone. Right to the side, see that? I'm gonna bring it right down to the side. This is really important. You really do wanna get the sides here as far as the final outcome, right? And I'm gonna swing it right around to the other side and make sure that white is coming all the way down. So I'm just sort of establishing the shape that I want right to the sides and the free edge and the length, approximate, right? Now I'm going to give this a nuke. Now I'm going to grab another little scoop, just a little layer. I'm just going to give a little bit more white for color. Going to lay it right in there again. And I'm going to reinforce that stress area and the free edge for color and for strength. And when it comes to this stress area, I am going to make sure it is softly faded right here in this zone here. Just want to make sure there's no hard line there. And not too high at all. So I put the white in the stress area, but it's not the stress bead. I want to stress that. So it is not the stress bead, so you don't need the thickness. I'm just looking for the color. That's a pretty shape, I like that. Okay, so I'm looking at the sides and it's everything I want it to be. Looking at this side, it's pretty good. Okay. I'm just looking at it straight on this way to make sure that it's symmetrical. I think I've said this several times in another video, is that you always want to make sure you do look at it that way, especially if you're doing your own nails. Well, if you're doing someone else, you will. But when you're doing yourself, you want to make sure that you're looking at it this way, because you want to make sure that you're symmetrical with it. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to give it a full nuke, and then we can do the pink. Okay, the pink. This is the fun part. This is where your design starts to come alive. So we're going to get a good dollop of pink. Now I designed this pink specifically because it's a little opaque and a little transparent, and the opacity is what we need to give that ombre effect. So we're going to put that pink right down in there. Right now, we're focusing on the cuticle part. So we are going to flatten that cuticle in there. Just flattening the product closer to the cuticle. See that? See how I'm pushing the product close to the cuticle? And to the sides there. Then I'm going to get my brush in between. And I'm pulling it toward the nail, not squishing it down, but I'm pushing it away toward the nail part, not toward the cuticle. This is the ticket to a super smooth cuticle. Getting your brush in between. See, just in between on an angle with that brush. It's all about how you hold your brush. And then I remember the sides, I'm bringing that product right down over the sides. See that in this side? See, I'm bringing that pink right down. Right? Then I'm going to get that little bit of alcohol on there. And then I'm going to gently keep thinning and thinning and thinning the pink. Just like I did near the cuticle. Now I'm thinning it as it comes over top of the white. See that? A little bit more alcohol. I'm just bringing that right over top. See that? Look at that. That's beauty. I'm going to analyze this and see from an artistic point of view. You want that pink to be fading over top of the white. So I'm going to look at this very analytically, and I think it's looking good, but I think I might have a little too much heavy pink here, and I'm going to push it back. Just ever like a wave of stuff. You can sort of see that, right? It's just a little bit. I'm sort of moving it across. Because I'm looking at the arch, I think I want a little bit more pink back here. Just for color's sake. You're just playing with the color at this point. And then I think I want it to be softer even over top of the white. Because this is hybrid gel, my brand is called Easy Gel, you can play with it as long as you want. You can really create. And because I can. I just want to make sure that I don't have the pink too heavy over top of the white. I'm starting to like this one better now. So I'm just pulling that pink back. I might have been a little too heavy-handed with the pink maybe. And maybe, you know, one day I might like it. But today I think I want it a little bit softer. I think I'm liking this a lot better. I'm just sort of softening it out. That's nice. I'm liking that. It's very pretty. Okay, so I'm sort of analyzing it. I think I like that a lot better. I've got the pink a little bit heavier in here for color and a little bit softer over the free edge. Okay. Could I even go less? See, this is where you can get a little crazy just because you can, right? I think I'm going to pull it back even a little bit more. See if I like that even more. The thing is, even if you don't, you can always pull it back over the top of it again. I mean, it's very subtle, but I think I like that even more. That's very pretty. Okay, so I'm analyzing this now, looking pretty good. It's lacking a little bit in structure, but that's deliberate because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cure this, but I'm going to put a clear over top of the whole thing to hold that design, because if I start filing that now and reshaping it, I'm going to destroy the delicacy of between the pink and the white that I just created. So the clear cap basically is what it is. I'm going to clear cap the whole thing, very nice, gentle clear cap, so that I can shape it and not dive into the design. That was one thing when I designed this particular Easy Gel kit. I included these 3 colors so you can create the ombre design. That was my method to this madness. Now this bead is again more structure and holding this design. I really like the cuticle because this is clear. There's not going to be too much of a difference with color. You probably won't notice it at all. So I am going to not put it too close to the cuticle because I'm very happy with the way the cuticle turned out. So I'm mainly trying to capture the stress area and the free edge. And you can see I pulled it right over the edge, and this is this much too much. So I'll just get rid of that. I'm just going to soften that cuticle space. And I've got a nice structure on there now. Because this is hybrid gel, you got all the time in the world, there's no need to rush. That's the beauty of learning this particular technique, French technique, or anything a little bit more skill with a slower product. You have time to create it. With acrylic, it would already be cured by now. With gel, it'd be running everywhere before you got a chance to cure it. So you don't get a chance to actually shape it in place. That's what's so great about hybrid gel. Okay, once you're happy with that, give it a cure. Once you finished curing it, just give it a nice little wipe. It has a dispersion layer, not unlike any gel product that you've used. Now I want to take the form off. So what I do is I release off of the finger, and then I go underneath and pinch it. And you can see you're releasing it. See, pinch it, and then gently pull it out. Okay, and put your little lid on your little dappin and make sure that you put your brush away. Okay, and I will wear a mask for this next step because we're going to file. I start with my coarse file, and that is for filing all the bulk. Once I file out the bulk of it, then I go to my medium file and I'm smoothing it over, just fine-tuning it all and much more. Just making sure around those cuticles they're nice and smooth. Remember that great application that we made? It doesn't take much of a pass to just make it nice and smooth. You don't want to file too much in there. And then we want to go to our fine, just to make sure that we've shaped around the edges. Make sure there's no catches whatsoever. Make it nice and smooth. And then check your fine-tuned shape by looking straight down on it like this. And then I'm going to take my sanding sponge and I'm going to go over top of the whole thing. Now this won't cause any shaping changes, but it just sort of roughs up the surface for the gel top coat. And in this case, we are going to use a clear because we want to be able to see this beautiful design. You can also use like clear nudes. Like I've got a collection called Soft Tone Nudes, and they are very beautiful see-through, but they have tinges of pink, tinges of like a blue, but just like nudish kind of tones. You can put that over top because it's still very, very see-through. Just gives a slight color. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to just dust this guy off. And I will say this can be a little bit nerve-wracking because sometimes you don't really know how well you did until you put the top coat on, and then it sort of, reveals everything, the good and the bad. Okay, so let's put that top coat on and see how good it looks. And when you put your top coat on, just get it on one side of your brush, put it in the middle of the nail, and then just kind of slide it back. Fits into the cuticle. The shape of the brush fits so nicely into the cuticle. And then pinch your finger, pull it on the side, and then use the edge of that brush just to come completely around. And then do the same for the opposite side. And then I'll go down the center. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, give that a nuke and then we'll put some oil on it and see it come to life. Okay, I have lots of different cuticle oil scents. I call them flavors because they smell like food. This one in my Easy Gel kit is gingerbread cookies cuticle oil. This is an excellent cuticle oil. I absolutely love it. Your skin will just soak this up. So I have it in an eyedropper for very specific reasons, is that when you get your oil there, you want to drop it onto the cuticle. You don't have to necessarily touch, especially if you're sharing the products with somebody. Don't want to touch it to the finger. And you see how it just soaks right in? So anybody worried about any little dryness and crustiness around there, that's okay. It's all taken care of with the oil. If you've got some crustiness and dryness, you're supposed to. We are working with a non-oily surface. We do not want that nail to look like it's wet. We need it to be very dry looking, hence that kind of white crusty look. Okay, look at that. There's the ombre that you created. Thanks for joining me in this video. Catch you guys in the next one.